Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So we're up and running.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costacurta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them, and his tactical versatility means the centre-back, full-back,
Sweeper, defensive midfield player.
Yeah, and we shouldn't forget his outstanding vision and confidence on the ball, being almost as important as what he did at the back.
Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Gives it back. Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And that gets things running. Fabio Cannavaro, Jim. Some people credit him with making defending fashionable again.
I didn't know it had gone out of fashion, Peter, but yeah, his exploits certainly led to the guys at the back getting a bit more credit.
Yeah, and I'm sure for you that's a very welcome development.
And long overdue.
Gets his head on it! Goal! Galatasaray! What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And he's cut it out. It'll be a throw-in. De Bruyne. White. Now De Bruyne. He's in a good position here. And he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Rodri wins the duel this time. Now, can they get him away? So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And into the grateful arms of the keeper. White tries to pass it through. Can he latch on to this? Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Back into the middle. An uncompromising challenge. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And it's De Bruyne. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Great defending, strong and determined. De Bruyne. And here's Nunez. Clipped into space. And he shoots! Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Pelé. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Now it's Darwin. Shot a goal! That was mighty close. Galatasaray are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. De Bruyne. Played into space. Nice interception, well timed. And it's Bellingham. Looking here to chip it through. No, it's not getting there. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Messi. Costa Curta has it in a wide position. Good take, and is he in? And that is expertly dealt with. Goes for a shot! They've done it! And this is getting better and better. Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Galatasaray are doing very nicely, thank you.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
White. And here's Nunez. Costa Curta. And it's De Bruyne. And it's Rodri. Can he finish? Oh, crossbar! Galatasaray heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. And here's Bellingham. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rafinha.
This is the time you need that pace.
Rafinha.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well, they've got it again. And Rafinha. Bellingham. De Bruyne. Oh, super find. Oh, that's fabulous. And Darwin. He's having a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! And with that, he takes home the match ball. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
A case now of complete control. De Bruyne. No way he was going to let him past. And we've reached half-time. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Galatasaray very much in control here, 3 up and cruising.
Changement.
That gets things going for the second half. He has found the way through. De Bruyne. And it's Zanetti. Galatasaray do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Shapes to shoot! It's in! They're back within reach! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So is this the start of a comeback? They've switched it over to the other side. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. He's found a way through. Rafinha. And here's Mbappe, looking to play him in. Played out towards the right wing. Now it's Ronaldinho. Oh, well measured. Real chance! Sticks it away! That was a given. It always was.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Now there's he gets big! They've scored! Paris Saint-Germain are back on level terms. It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and read it perfectly.
This has become one superb game of football.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Isco. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Galatasaray still have the cards to affect this game. Zanetti. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Pelé, and the shot's on here. Cannavaro. Tries to play it through. Now it's Mbappe. And this is De Bruyne. He's picked his way through. And it's Bellingham. Looking for the right. Big chance! Mbappe is magnificent! A finish right from the top draw. Into the lead once more.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Galatasaray get themselves into the lead. Bellingham does well to get it back. Rodri. Hops for safety. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Bellingham, he's shifting through the gears here. He's free, he has got space. Defending of the desperate variety.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Now it's Wirtz. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. De Bruyne. Rodri. And it's Bellingham. Hernandez. And he's worked it through. That's a shade optimistic. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Can he finish? It's in! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
And that was as close to certain as can be.
Pelé really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
Look at the space here. He slings, up he goes! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Hernandez.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Ambitious ball here. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Time added on 4 minutes. Wirtz, he's through here. Mbappe. Howson with the slide tackle there. Lofted in. What a And that's it. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. Was perhaps not traditionally the fiercest of Istanbul's derbies, Besiktas versus Galatasaray has often been hugely significant, and it has featured many a stellar talent over the years. It's a truly grand occasion, and it's about to get started. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. It is, of course, a massive game, and indeed a very special experience for all who can be here.
Listen, Peter, games involving either of these sides are always a spectacle. It's astonishing sometimes the lengths the fans will go to in creating atmospheres like this. It's a sign of fierce loyalty to the club to the extent we rarely see anywhere else. History may point at a clear favourite in the shape of Galatasaray, but with the recent emergence of Besiktas, it's not as easy to predict as it used to be.
And as you can see, we've already started here. It is that familiar feeling again, old foes, fresh hostilities.
Well, the atmosphere, Peter, demands something highly charged. Yeah, we all know who's better on paper or in the rankings, but pride and passion can be a great leveller, especially here.
Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in a way only he can.
Absolutely. So I wonder what the little magician will have in store for us today.
Well, all I shall say is expect the unexpected.
First quarter of an hour gone. De Bruyne.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
Knocks it out wide. Messi. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't...
Big chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Galatasaray with the corner, they're first. And the shot! Galatasaray have their second corner now. Besiktas have the chance to go the other way. De Bruyne, shot a goal! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Nunez really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Oh, what a climb! Oh, split-second reaction.
Nunez is offering a right smile there.
Corner number 4 coming up here. Big header! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Galatasaray really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Thuram is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. He has found a way through. It's a mighty effort! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Costa Curta. Played over towards the opposite flank.
Good ball, that too.
Zola is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Almost half an hour in now. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Pedri. Zola. Caceres gets across to intercept that. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And that is as far as they're going to go. Nice looking ball. Takes a shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Bellingham. And he cuts out the supply. That has been slung wide. Nice defending, physical and effective. And there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Costa Curta. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Van Dijk. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Pedri. And there's green grass ahead of him. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Costa Curta. And it's Bellingham. And it's Messi. Passes coming off in quick succession here. He's had a shot! Goal! Galatasaray! And Galatasaray have the lead.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Galatasaray are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it.
Oh, smashing header! Not the best of contact, given it wasn't the easiest of chances.
Well, by crossing the ball so quickly, I think this defence just can't get set to deal with it. I think deserved a better outcome than what we saw, but worth exploring more.
The message is clear, none shall pass. Messi. Now it's De Bruyne. Messi. Nicely spread. Now the cross. Up he goes! No mistake! Again, in a trice, and they are And that'll be the last act of the first half. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter. Go for
Substitution for Besiktas, number 9, Fernando Torres.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
De Bruyne, coming on the field, number 11, Didier Drogba.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Substitution in progress.
And this is Isco. And that's another good win of the ball. Strokes it back. Spread it left. And it's Bellingham. Galatasaray do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Isco. Zola. And it's De Bruyne. Bellingham. Hernandez. Galatasaray finding their passes. Isco. Can he finish? Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Keeper's dealt with that. Besiktas are looking to go forward now. Now this could be a chance. Drogba. Donnarumma breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Galatasaray are 2 up early in the second half. Zanetti. Now it's Aubameyang. Berry. It's Van Dijk. Galatasaray perhaps contemplating their next change here. Zanetti cuts it out. Bellingham. And it's Hernandez. Isco. Well, that is one way to stop him. Pedri. And here's Zola. Delivers the ball. Oh, that's a fine interception. Oh, that's an own goal!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
And he shoots! He's scored! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Rodri. Bellingham. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Zanetti picks it up out wide. In with the challenge. Zola. Roberto Carlos. There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. Now it's Drogba. Rodri. Hernandez. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Wriggles his way through. And it's De Bruyne. Knocks it into space. Good read, needed to be. De Bruyne. Searching pass he's played there. And he's cut it out. Pedri, foot in. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pedri running with the ball. De Bruyne has created 1 goal already. And here's Zola. Rodri. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Tries to play it through. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. He's found a way through. Zanetti, he gets big. They just took too long getting forward.
Look, if they're going to counter, it has to be pacier and much more decisive.
Well, that has not gone well. Couldn't squeeze it through. Rijkaard, and it's Messi. Bellingham looking to add to his goal. Hernandez. He is through here. Oh, such a clever touch.
2 minutes has been indicated.
Isco. Little pass back. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Oh, good spread. Now it's Mohamed Salah. And that will be the final act. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most important...